Greetings everyone, my name is Zephyr, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Starward Rogue. During the last part, I began using the windless Zephyr mech and completed floors 1 through 4 in under 35 minutes, which was quite a surprise considering my usual much more better safe than sorry slower paced playstyle. This has been quite a change to my usual playstyle, being a lot more aggressive and fighting against enemies as quickly as possible, because normally you start with a 50% damage buff as well as a fire rate buff and speed and whatever else, but it degrades by 10% for every minute or so you spend on a floor. So what I decided to do was make a beeline for the boss of each floor, defeat them, then backtrack and complete the rest of the floor in order to get all the necessary upgrades and whatever else. Around level 7 or something, I got Need for Super Speed, which basically doubled the benefits up to 100%, so it lasts for 10 minutes, but for the first 5 minutes I get a stronger effect. So my current goal for floor 5 is make a beeline for the Warden, defeat it, then backtrack over to the robotic shop, and buy some robotic companions. At least that's my current goal. After all, I have over 180 credits, I might as well use them. Nonetheless, let's make our beeline for the Warden and see how well I destroy it. Mind you, the windless Zephyr's increased movement speed is both a blessing and a curse because it makes it also more easy to run into projectiles and enemies and whatever else, so you gotta be a bit careful in that regard. I didn't realize it was just behind that wall, it's kind of embarrassing. 1 health per 10 enemy kills, that seems good. Okay, Red Hunter. The final boss, or final mini-boss until I fight the Warden. And it pretty much gets destroyed. Nah, that doesn't seem interesting. I keep getting stuck on the walls. Anyways, time to fight the Warden. First, take care of the blaze turrets, as usual. Pretty easy peasy. I want to save up all my energy, or rather my secondary chakrams for the boss itself though. I should also position myself carefully so I can multi-hit the chakram, as shown over here. Okay, we're in phase 3 technically. The first phase was the blaze turrets. Okay, phase 4, the most difficult phase out of the bunch. Mainly because of all the walls and all these projectiles being fired everywhere. I want to get out of this phase as quickly as possible. Too bad I don't have more energy, it would make this fight a lot easier. The chakram has been super useful throughout this run. Okay, phase 5. It's a lot easier than phase 4. I just need to be careful about all the projectiles orbiting around the Warden. The chakram has quickly become one of my favorite secondary weapons throughout the game, up there with the torpedo cannon. Especially because of how well it can multi-hit, and how well it synergizes with this mech's playstyle, especially its more aggressive style. Okay, 6th and final phase, let's do it. Perfect run, wonderful, I didn't expect that to happen. Max energy by 75, that's going to be super useful. In fact, this is my first perfect clear of the Warden ever. As much as 40% base damage would be nice, I'd rather have more spread. Well, that's that. The Warden has been destroyed, so it's time to explore the rest of this floor. And make a beeline for the robotic shop. The gravity cannon would be more useful for something else. Not for this mech. Oh, multiplicative, that's much more powerful. But my size increases, so... I'm not gonna take that risk. I'd rather be more small and nimble. That's another nice thing about this mech. It has a smaller profile in comparison to most other mechs. Especially in comparison to the Paladin, that's for sure. And I want to keep that. Okay, Bastille. I already fought you once before, so this is the harder version. And super easy, just more durable. Should I go for this one or the Rapid Zephyr? Which one's more powerful? I still wonder what speed actually means. Does it actually mean my projectile speed or is it my fire rate? I would actually like this stat to be split up and there to be a fire rate / speed stat. What does X factor mean as well? Does that mean the number of shots you fire per shot or per round? So because of this, I'm gonna try out this for a while, and if I like it I'll continue onwards. Oh wait, the range is higher, I'll have to take this instead. I'd rather have longer range. Oh yeah, I forgot. The shield tech will take out my shields. Oops. I didn't mean to do that one. I already have 2 shields after all. Nah, I'd rather have Anger Protocol for more damage. Why not? Missiles are easier to come by throughout this run over keycards, so I'll waste it. Anyways, robotic shop time. What do we get? Knockback, bullets, tactical visor. I would have liked that laser cannon, but this will help. In fact, this will help a lot. Especially considering my shields are down. I also wish there was an indicator somewhere on screen that indicated what my current buff level was for my need for speed ability. That'd be super helpful. And I walked right into that explosive because it was kind of camouflaged with the background there. Huh, what happened to my third perk? Oh, this would be awesome, but honestly, increasing the duration and strength to 15 minutes means it's even more broken, meaning I have 150% damage boost and whatnot. Why am I not getting 3 perks though? Did I break something by accident when I did a backup? I hope not, because usually I'm supposed to get 3 perks unless I'm at a really high level. I'm hoping I didn't accidentally break something. Well, I've completed most of this floor. I really don't want to go into that condemned chamber, especially without shields. So let's end it. After all, I did pretty well, and I have at least 3 robotic companions. And I'm at 150% damage boosts. So, we're going extremely well. Alright, so just go directly downwards, fight 2 mini-bosses, or skip them if I want to, but I'll fight both of them. And then fight the 6th boss. Let's do it. Too bad I can't have 3 shields at max. Oh boy, my movement speed is crazy now. Okay, across 4. aka Across gets destroyed. Now Across 3. Okay. Normally if I was playing as the Paladin mech, this would be extremely frightening. But not with my current setup. Oh, sweet, sweet revenge. Unfortunately, the background is not helping matters when trying to dodge everything. I wish there was a little bit more contrast. Then again, I guess it makes this part of the game a lot harder. Okay, periphery. AK gets destroyed in a perfect run. I could go directly and finish this floor immediately, but I really want to collect some of the upgrades. Especially like the secret item shop and the health upgrades. Unfortunately, in areas like this one, my increased speed proves to be a little bit of a problem. And I keep getting stuck in the corners of these walls. That's also pretty annoying. I hate these types of enemies a lot. You know what? Let me just make a beeline for the next floor and end it right now. I don't think I need the next upgrade. I want to keep my 25% bonus after all. And I did. And, okay. Terminus is right over here, so let me make a beeline as usual. Let me go for a beeline for the health upgrade first, then I'll go for Terminus, and ignore everything. Oh, I went the wrong way, so I'll just ignore it. Whoa, the bull can launch enemies really far. Crazy. Well, I guess that's it. Let's just take a look at our buffs. And let's make a run for it and see how long it can survive for. I think I have at least 130% or 140% buffs, so I think I'll be able to survive it pretty well. So without further ado, let's begin the fight. Well, that was easy. I didn't even need to complete the floor. I mean, I ignored most of floor 6 and the same with floor 7. And because of my 130 or 140% damage boosts and fire rate, combined with all of the nice robotic companions, especially the tactical advisor and the bull module, I pretty much destroyed Terminus. This was the easiest Terminus encounter I've ever had. All thanks to that extreme damage boost, thanks to the Super Duper Speed Demon mod. I'd say it's as broken as the 1. In fact, if I had the 1 module, this fight would be the easiest ever. I can only imagine how crazy this will get on hard mode if I can combine it with the 1, or Blood Scavenger, or whatever else. In fact, the hardest part of this fight was in fact the core razors. But once I realized I needed to get the tactical advisor close enough, it was a cinch. I mean, just look at it. Terminus just felt like wet tissue paper. This was the fastest ever Terminus encounter. At first, I was quite worried of playing with the Zephyr mech. I thought it would be kind of weak. But once I learned how to speedrun the stages and complete them as quickly as possible, It's a cinch, especially on normal mode and easier difficulties. Being able to rush through or bum rush most of the enemies is pretty simple, though that may prove to be much more of a Herculean task on hard and misery difficulties. Of course, one of the reasons why I'm able to bum rush a lot of the enemies is because, just like the flame tank, the Zephyr mech starts out with 2 shields. Even though it has lower health, the 2 shields push it really far and allow it to survive for a lot longer. I mean, look at the base amount of health I ended up with, or base max, 12 or 13. Normally I'd be super worried, but thanks in part due to the double shields and the extreme damage buffs, I survived. On top of all the other damage buffs I got throughout the run. Normally I'd be afraid to get all the other damage buffs, but here I took them. In fact, I think I could have also taken the 33% damage buff, but also increased my 33% of the mech's profile. But I wanted to be a bit safe, but lo and behold, I didn't need to. I mean, I could have spammed my chakra more for the previous parts of the fight, but I wanted to save it for the Terminus encounter or Terminus itself, but it proved to be unnecessary. But gosh, this was my quickest 7-floor extended normal run. I mean, I completed it in 2 parts, although really it's like 1.5 parts. Well, in the next part, I'll either play hard mode using the Zephyr mech or the Alpha mech. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!